So hello. Welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe and also support my small business at latricelimited.com. So we're actually going to get right into this video. It is a very sad topic, and it kind of reminds me of a different story that I heard a while back. But it says Texas prostitution sting led to rescue of a 7-year-old girl. Okay. And the home was in just a terrible condition. All right. It's in Spring, Texas. It says an undercover operation resulted in the rescue of a 7-year-old girl from a home being used for prostitution. The child was found to be living in horrible conditions. It said this is all the child knew. And what they mean by that is you lived in filth. You were raised in filth. This is all you know. This is how life is supposed to be. I will hope and dream that there's more, that, there's a better life, but this is all I know. That's what they mean. The child's mother, 38-year-old Rose Shangmi Colton, was charged with prostitution and child endangerment. Her husband, 71-year-old Richard Charles Colton, was also charged with child endangerment. All right. They expect more charges to be filed as well. Says Herman said after an initial forensic interview with the child, they don't believe that she was involved in any sexual activity. They just believe that it was just mostly a child endangerment thing with her, because the environment was so filthy, as you guys can see. The environment was so filthy. It was really nasty. But it says neighbor told deputies they saw a lot of people going in and out of the home at late night hours. All right. And then, they found that it was probable cause and whatnot. And this place is absolutely filthy. Okay. But this is also something that, just thinking about people, some people just don't need kids. I get the whole, oh, I want a family. Oh, I really want a kid. Oh, I want to dress her up. Oh, I don't care, y'all. If you cannot take care of a kid, you don't need them. We don't need any more of these people that's running around with all these extra mental health issues because they were abused as a kid. They were treated poorly. The mama never hugged them, all of that. We don't need any more of that. You should just not have kids. Just don't have them. Jesus. If you're going to be treating them that poorly, that's what really irritates me. You're having this person. Oh, goodness. I did a video on this, probably a couple months ago now. And it was these children who were in this house, and there was feces everywhere. It was, oh goodness, weird stains. The toilets were black, the sinks were black. It was just so much dirt and filth literally everywhere in this place. And it was so disgusting. And this is probably what people thought. This is what the kids thought. This is all that there is. This is life. This is how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be filthy like this. I don't know anymore because this is all that I've ever seen. And goodness, they probably never even gotten to watch cartoons. And this is the problem that we have. You have all these people, oh, I want to have a kid, but they are not suited to have a child at all. You want a kid, but then you don't want to raise the kid. That makes no sense to me. And stuff like this is what really makes me angry. People can say put them into an adoption center, foster care, but we hear about stories like that and how those are not really that great. You have people who have, they'll pick up 9 or 7 kids and they're like, well, it's a paycheck. I'm not saying this happens with everyone, but it happens more often than not. I'm happy that they ended up getting this little 7-year-old girl, but goodness gracious, just imagine all of what possibly happened. You know what I mean? They said that there was no sexual activity that took place with her. At least that's what they claim. I will hope not, but I do not 100% believe that. If this is a prostitution house that they got going on, that no one possibly went there. I hope no one did, but it just seems very odd. You know what I mean? And just imagine the drugs that are being used, the noises that this little girl's hearing, it's just very traumatizing. I could really see that. And I could really see that this girl is going to need a boatload of therapy. like definitely a ton of therapy, because this is something that really no one should be experiencing. No one should even have to be dealing with, especially at her age. No one should have to deal with it, but really at her age, definitely not. It's really upsetting that this has even happened. And thank goodness that they got them, but it's just, I mean, there's nothing else I could really say about that. It's just a really upsetting story. I hope that she does end up recovering from this. I know it's going to take a while, a lot of therapy, possibly even medication for some of this, but I hope that she recovers well. But until then,